So, fired up. So we're just going to show you the game and explain what we have so far. So being that we're creating a 3D game, we wanted to first focus on getting the core mechanics down and making sure that the game feels good to play. So this is going to be, like we said earlier in the last presentation, it's going to be a Star Fox type game. So basically we wanted to get down the camera and the general feel from the Star Fox games and basically get them into our game. So that meant several things. For starters, it meant getting smooth ship controls. It didn't just feel like you were scrolling your ship across the screen. One of the things that we did is we have a camera that's dynamic that basically tracks your crosshair instead of your ship. So that while the ship is in front of your crosshair, it's always out of the way, allowing you to aim it all these enemies over here. Another thing that we did is we incorporated the 3D crosshair. And you might notice that you can see the 3D crosshair through your ship. That's because we're using an extra layer of camera to render that. And what that basically allows for is by having two 3D crosshairs, you can basically get down the trajectory of where you're actually going to shoot. So instead of having a distracting laser pointer, you have just these two crosshairs. Another thing that we wanted to incorporate was basically a general idea of what our heads-up display was going to be like. So that's pretty self-explanatory. You've got your score, you've got your health. And then lastly, we wanted to basically, we don't have the assets yet to start generating the city level that we're going to be making. But we did have the functionality to generate enemies basically as you scroll into the screen. So the enemies here are being randomly generated, and as you move into the screen, there's going to be more and more of them. And so that lays a foundation for basically the kind of gameplay that we want to have for the full version. As far as the assets, the ship is a completely original 3D model. I made it. There's going to be more models later on for all the enemies and all the buildings. As far as the particle effects, those aren't assets either. I created those as well. And then the heads-up display elements, I think those were those taken, where do you get those fonts?
So I got the font. The font is basically Star Fox font.
Oh, okay.
Found that online.
Hey, perfect. No, but the UI stuff is definitely going to be expanded on. And so now that we have like a foundation for our gameplay, we can add more enemies, more weapons, just put more stuff into it until we've got enough content to make for a, exciting shooter, basically. So, other than that, you might notice that for the projectiles, you have, what's the word I'm looking for? You have trails for the projectiles, and the trails are something that we wanted to have so that you can tell where the enemies are shooting at you from. It makes it a lot easier to dodge. You might notice that there's a lot of projectiles on screen, and Jason here is actually almost dead. But at the same time, he's doing a better job of dodging these than if we just had floating orbs moving around. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the show.